Hey, what's going on, everyone? James9Numbers here, and welcome to a short series that I've decided to create because I felt like it. In this 12-episode series, we will be going through some of the events, new music, new disasters, new games, new memes, and anything that I could find on the internet, blah blah blah, sorry about that has occurred in 2021. I'm sorry that I'm posting this series late. I had some stuff that I had to take care of, but I finally took care of it. So yeah, I was originally supposed to be posting this in the end of December 2021, but due to some time constraints, I actually couldn't make it. So yeah, I'm making this up to you. Each video is going to be representing each month of the year in 2021. Duh. Now keep in mind that I'm probably going to be missing out on a lot of things, and most likely because I'm probably unaware of them at the time of the video is recording. So, yeah, I came up with this idea back in September, and I had to go through the internet over the past 4 months just to see if there was anything that I could find that I wanted to add in the video. I've been trying to keep track since, but I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot that I've been missing out on. So if you want to, you can tell me in the comments below! As long as YouTube doesn't disable my comments again, like, god damn it, YouTube! Why are you doing this to some of my videos, god? Come on, YouTube! Anyways, oh my god, I am so sorry about that. Anyways, I'm also going to be mentioning shows that I've been watching over the past year because this year hasn't gone much better from 2020. I'm not kidding. And yes, I'm looking at my screen right now. I'm trying to read my script because there's no way I can remember all the words. Anyways, also there's going to be a chance that there will be some spoilers for some of what I'm talking about, so I'll make sure to post timestamps so you guys can actually skip forward. Also, some of the movies I've mentioned throughout the series that I actually haven't watched them at all. So I'm only summarizing the synopsis just so that way I can understand just what in the world the movie's about. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoy. On August 1st, Facebook user Billy Joe posted 2 videos of himself doing the milk crate challenge, which went viral. How the milk crate challenge works is that you make a mountain of crates, like a triangle, and you have to walk or run across it without falling. Here's how it's supposed to be done.
Go! Oh! What? Oh!
Now, the crates are usually smaller, but this is a good example. By the way, links will be provided in the description below if you want to check them out. But yeah, that clip was a YouTube Shorts by Ireland Boys Productions. That's where I first heard about this challenge. So anyways, prior to the challenge going viral on YouTube, YouTuber Joyriders TV posted a video of someone falling off the crates, which, by the way, is age restricted. Since then, there have been endless examples of people on Facebook and basically all over across social media doing this dangerous challenge. And yeah, people have actually gotten hurt for it. So yeah, TikTok ended up making a statement on removing videos of people doing the challenge as a result of people getting hurt. Because yeah, it's very dangerous. It's easy to fall from. It's pretty fragile when you have to run at excess speed or someone pushes you while you're running, which has actually happened, and it's very painful. On August 15th, the capital of Afghanistan, Kabul, has fallen to the Taliban after the US has withdrawn from Afghanistan. In 2020, then President Donald Trump signed the Doha Agreement, which was a promise between the US, Afghanistan, and the Taliban to pull off this devastating war, in return for a bunch of other important promises, such as preventing Al-Qaeda from having control in Taliban-led areas, and so on and so forth. Biden's speech on believing that the Taliban would not take control certainly didn't age well, to say the least. Yes, he actually said it on one of his speeches. This resulted in the end of a 20-year war in Afghanistan. On June 2nd, the U.S. left Afghanistan at 3 a.m. local time, abandoning their military base where troops were stationed. Since then, the Taliban were able to brute force against the government, controlling the borders of Afghanistan, and with the Kabul airport being the only way for people to escape the country. Despite the government's larger military size and help from the U.S. and NATO, the government struggled with keeping up and maintaining its 300,000 troops. In fact, the Taliban were able to take advantage of the high mortality rates in Afghanistan, troops deserting their country, and the corrupt government leading the war by getting access to Afghan technology. Not to mention the Taliban being involved in illegal drug trading. When Kabul was stormed with little resistance, the Prime Minister and lots of civilians have or attempted to flee from the country. In fact, there have been comparisons between Kabul and the fall of Saigon, which ended the Vietnam War. This was a massive blow to the Biden administration, as his approval rating would fall below 50% for pretty much the rest of the year, and going on to 2022. Since the fall, there have been terrorist attacks in Afghanistan, including a drone strike and an airport that killed U.S. troops assisting in the evacuation process, with the U.S. struggling at their evacuation process. So yeah, because of Biden's failed response, people ended up making memes about it, and people were not pleased, to say the least. And that's just one of the mistakes that Biden has made throughout his administration, which is basically hurting his polls. So yeah, Biden's gonna definitely be having some trouble in the 2022 midterm elections. On August 23rd, Democrat New York Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned after multiple women came out stating that he had sexually assaulted them. He made insensitive comments about what was apparently unwanted flirtation. Cuomo denied all allegations, but Attorney General Letitia James and the Chief Judge appointed an independent investigator to get to the bottom of it. He thought it was politically motivated. It was concluded that, Cuomo thought it was politically motivated. It was concluded that Cuomo did indeed harass 11 women after a long investigation. Although he wasn't prosecuted, he did violate Title VII of the Federal Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlawed sexual discrimination in the workplace. As a result, members from both major political parties demanded Cuomo to be impeached and resign. Turns out Cuomo also made threats to ruin people's lives if people said anything about it. He also covered up the amount of deaths in nursing homes during the pandemic as well, which was clearly messed up. It was clear that Cuomo was out of touch with the people, since he said he claimed he never crossed the line, but he didn't really want resources to be wasted on this impeachment. Oh yeah, remember the time when Cuomo got praised for about how much of a good job he was doing? Yeah, remember that? Yeah, I remember that. People remember that. Certainly didn't age well. But anyways, and as a result from all this, Kathy Hochul, who is the lieutenant governor, ended up becoming the next governor of New York. And what I think is pretty much the first female governor of New York in its history. So congrats, New York. He was only charged with a misdemeanor. So yeah, after all that, he was only charged with a misdemeanor. Damn. On August 24th, 25-year-old grad student Jelani went missing. He had a master's degree in speech pathology and wanted to be a doctor. He was also part of the swimming team at his high school, and his car was found a couple days later in Peru, Illinois, and his body was found on September 4th at the Illinois River. His body was confirmed on September 26th, 22 days after it was discovered. The reported cause of death was drowning, as there was nothing to prove that he was killed. Understandably, and most likely true, his family said that he would never take his own life. This caused outrage to the point where people demanded federal authorities to step in, concluding that the police have let them down. Which makes sense, because nobody just willingly drowns on their own unless they felt something was wrong with their lives. And Jelani seems to be doing just fine. But then again, I could be underestimating the situation. Who knows? Unfortunately, this case, like so many others, would end up being overshadowed by the Gabby Petito case. Yeah, maybe I'll get into some of the factors of why Gabby Petito had like more of a stand, more well known than all the other missing cases later. But there are some factors as to why Gabby's murder ended up being more widespread than other murders, such as Jelani's murder. So, yeah. On August 25th, the indefinite beta version of SplitGate was released on multiple platforms. The graphics of the game remind me of Fortnite for some reason. In the game, you collect guns and travel across the map to kill each other, or other teams, if you're on Team Deathmatch. And you gotta get the most points possible before time runs out. It reminds me of a game that I used to play called MC Domination, which works similarly. It looks like there's multiple game modes you can play, so that's always cool. It seems like the goal is to get 50 points first. So, and oh yeah, and portals are also in the game, so that was freaking beast! Oh, sorry about that. Alright. Between August 26th and September 4th, a Category 4 hurricane, also known as Hurricane Ida, landed in the United States, particularly devastating Louisiana. Winds were at 150 miles per hour with powerful winds, tornadoes, and heavy rain moving across the South. Power grids across the South were damaged, with people having to go without electricity or a home for a while. Luckily, communities have been able to help out to deal with the crisis. From there, the hurricane moved all across the Northeast, even as going as far as hitting Connecticut and New York. At a minimum, 91 deaths have been officially reported, but the actual total amount is probably likely more than that. On August 29th, there was a professional boxing match between YouTuber Jake Paul and martial artist Tyron Woodley. Oh yeah, apparently wrestlers have these nicknames to go by. And apparently Woodley's nickname is the Chosen One, which is freaking awesome. And Jake Paul's is literally the Problem Child. Yeah, I'm not kidding. He literally named himself the Problem Child. Like, first of all, why would you want to be called a problem? Second, why in the world would you want to be called a child? And third, why did you think you were going to mix them? Why did you even mix them together? When is that ever a good idea for a boxing name? I swear, it's almost like National Bolshevism or something. Oh wait, I didn't mean to insult Jake Paul by comparing him with National Bolshevism. Jake Paul, please don't sue me. I didn't mean it. It actually sounded better in writing than it is in my head. Jake Paul is not National Bolshevik, by the way. I just made that up. Oh my god. Anyways, there were plenty of other fights that were going on, but this 8-round matchup got people very hyped. The judges didn't unanimously agree on who the winner was, but in the end, Jake Paul ended up winning the match. Now, there have been rumors suggesting that the fight was fake, or then that Jake used steroids or something. Anyways, there are clips across YouTube if you want to see what happened in the fight. Because the fight was so big, of course people were going to clip that. So, yeah. Moving on to the last one. And lastly, on the same day, YouTuber Coppercab, known for his Gingers Have Souls video back in 2010, had his channel terminated for violating hate speech guidelines. Hate speech is a pretty broad topic for YouTube to define, and yeah, anyways, he posted a video on Twitter getting very upset about his channel being terminated. The thing that stuck with me most was when he said he wanted to make people laugh. Not make the world a better place, though laughter can help do that, nor was it to spread his SJW views. It's that he wanted to make people laugh. It does sound pretty nice of him, however, his videos and streams are intended to be more serious. Yeah, I still can't get over the fact that he wanted to make people laugh instead of, like, spreading his message. That's interesting, to say the least. But anyways, even during one of his streams, he threatened to punish people by being nice to him, even though on all of his streams he demands respect. But anyways, he tried to reach out to YouTube and he didn't have that much luck. But then a few days later, his channel was reinstated, but he did end up getting a strike on his YouTube channel. By getting a first strike, you won't be allowed to post videos for a week, and the strike will stay for about like 3 months and then it goes away. Yeah, I know, because that has happened to me before. So, yeah. Damn, his channel was terminated because people wouldn't stop spamming slurs in the donations, and the bot continued saying them. But turns out YouTube made an error, as always. So, yeah. The next stop is to unban Leafy is here. Justice for Leafy is here. Justice for Leafy is here. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm sorry I couldn't find any more events that happened in August, but, yeah. I hope you all have enjoyed the video, and, yeah, I'm sure I probably missed out a lot, so feel free to type in the comments below anything I've missed. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.